and welcome to the series where I show you what I'm doing to try and become a web developer. My name's Craig, and this is week 10. It's been a really odd week, I'm not gonna lie. I had the COVID booster on Monday, and basically slept for the rest of the week. It just drained my energy. It was exhausting. I have managed to do a little bit. I've worked on a front-end mentor project, another site, and I actually made some improvements to my own site, finally. So let's dive in and see how much time I've spent this week on web development. In total, I've spent 19 hours and 10 minutes, which is, 7 hours down from the previous week, but given the circumstances, I'm really happy with that. How it's split up, I did 5 hours and 10 minutes on tutorials and 14 hours on projects. A very heavy project week, which I really enjoyed. What have I learned this week? I continued with the book Web Design in Easy Steps. I didn't quite finish the chapter. It's quite a long one and it was on navigation, but slowly and surely I'm making my way through the book. Tuesday was pretty much a write-off. I made a few changes to my uncle's website and I did sign up to Fiverr. Unfortunately, I've only had 2 spammy messages on Fiverr, but that's fine because I haven't really set my profile up that well or the gig that I've started. So that's a little unfortunate, but I just need to do some work on that. I didn't think I was going to get anyone straight away, so 2 spammy messages made me feel a little good until I saw them. I've continued with Eloquent JavaScript, still on chapter 6, and I was just finding it really difficult to get through it this week, so I'm still on chapter 6, and I've barely made any progress on that. Something else I've learned this week was the htaccess file to remove the .html extensions from URLs. So I really like that. What I've been doing kind of previously was to create a folder, contact, and then within the contact folder I would have a index.html. That works really well. I think the htaccess file is a little cleaner to do, but it's causing me a few issues on Visual Studio Live Server where it doesn't like the links because I've removed the .html from them. I need to dig into it a little bit more to see if I can resolve that. That's kind of everything I've learned. Let's dive into the computer and we'll see what I've been building. So first up, we'll go through the changes I've made to my kind of web development journey navigation page. Very simple. I've still got quite a lot to go, but I made a couple of changes. And I don't like how there is a horizontal scroll actually, so I might sort that out. But really I just kind of made a little bit of changing because I had this, lime aqua color on hover, so I kind of just changed that to a grayish dull color. And then these divs have a pop-up now. So I click on that and it says this week isn't available because I don't think I uploaded for week 1 or week 8. And I quite like the look. I added a class to the main image, which I think I've just called it blur, and it reduces the opacity of the background by, down to 0.1. And it really makes this pop out stand up pretty good, and a little box shadow gives it a bit more depth as well. I quite like that. The problem I have is I need to sort out the pop-up if I click outside of the area. And I literally this morning just done that with my uncle's website by creating another element. I think I've just called it overlay. And then I've done an on-click on the overlay, so that will close the pop-ups. Maybe a little bit of a hack, but I don't really mind. So week 10. I've got my front-end mentor challenge, which was the tip calculator and the site mock-up of kind of a gym page. So we'll go with the gym one first. The mobile navigation, which is alright. I would like to animate it. Hover effects going on there. That links back to your home page. This button doesn't do anything yet. And I've got this kind of what's on offer section with classes, gym, swimming, personal trainers, and opening times. Currently, I've only done this page, classes and view opening times. Start with view opening times, very simple. It's just a table, Monday to Sunday, and bank holidays closed, Christmas Eve at 12 o'clock. I was just making it random. We can go back to home, or if we go back to opening times, we can go through to the classes. I might rename this section, if I'm honest, because it's more like activities than classes. But on load, it will have badminton selected, and I've got JavaScript working in the background, so I've got quite a lot of JavaScript on this page. The JavaScript, so you're only allowed to book today or in advance. And drop down, you can change your activities, whatever you want, and then check activity changes the what's available. It does a random time. So I've created a time array which has intervals of 30 minutes, and on this button click I also create a random number. So there's a random number of slots available, and it will take a random number from that time array to put it in there. I do need to change this to have a pointer effect, this click button, and then obviously there's the times where no classes are available. So I've done this, there's a table in the HTML, but after it's been populated once, I actually remove that table and start it again. So I delete the entire table and then I put it back. Similarly with this, whenever it will come up, sorry, no classes available. I also test to see if this is there. I think I've got an ID of no classes, and if it's there, it will remove it on the reset. So there's a try catch in there, try catch for this, and a try catch to remove the table if it doesn't exist, if it does exist. Yeah, I was quite happy with that. It took me a little bit of time. Just thinking about it now on the spot, the time. So I've got, it's the 22nd today, and it's now saying there's a quote available at 7 AM and it's not 7 AM. So I probably need to do a little bit more with that. But as a starting point, I'm quite happy with it. These links do nothing. They just, interestingly, they all turned once I clicked on it. But yeah, and I use the text, not the value, to populate this. In terms of mobile, I've built it for mobile, really. So it looks better on mobile than it does on larger screens. So I think for, when it goes to a larger screen, like a laptop, I change the width of the navigation. That's the only thing I've done. What I do need to do is change, I've got justify content. So if I take that off, this group item, it looks a little bit larger on desktops, which is better. I would probably still reduce this slightly, but try and keep the table as large as possible. That's the gym page. So what I need to do next is just a section on the swimming, probably very similar to the opening times, just have something about the swimming pool. I was going to say like what's in the gym. There's cardio, weightlifting, free weights, and personal trainers. I was going to do like a random page of like, this is Bob, he's been a personal trainer for X and he does this. This is Julie, she's been a personal trainer and she focuses on that kind of stuff. We'll go to the front end mentor challenge. So this is a junior challenge using JavaScript. To begin with, I struggled quite a bit, if I'm honest. The Figma design was okay, but it was just kind of getting my CSS and HTML working. That's what I really struggled with to begin with. I don't actually have a form on this page, so everything will update based on changes to the inputs, which is quite good, but I do check to make sure that the bill is greater than 0 and the number of people is greater than 0, otherwise the calculation would return a naughty number. Works pretty good, we can say it's 4, and there's 2 people. Yeah, so that's one of the states. It can't be 0. It's a nice little check there, so I can say, oops, not 23, we'll say 2, and that will get rid of that. And this is active, so it goes green as well. And you know, £2 per person. We haven't selected a tip, so we select 5% and we get a tip. So I really like that. And the custom, you know, you can do 90%, and it works really well. The reset will just reload the page, rather, because initially I had it as, you know, find the bill, clear the value, you know, find the custom value, deselect these and clear that. It's just easier to reload the page. I don't know why I was trying to do all that nonsense. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how that looks on mobile. Maybe it's a bit too long compared to their version. These are all the states, but yeah, I mean, it's got a scroll on. So, like I say, it was a little bit of a challenge, especially, you know, not having a form and doing things on change and getting all the calculations working correctly in JavaScript. It was a good challenge, and I'm really happy it looks okay. The can't be 0 does look a little bit odd here. I think I've done it as a before pseudo element, so it doesn't quite line up with the number of people. But I can't really complain that much. It does the job. So that's the front end meta challenge. Then finally, we've got my website that I've made some changes to. So you got my name, who I am, what I do, where I'm from, a picture of me that I've just been using for everything. Go down to my skills section. These are all using Font Awesome icons. So I don't know whether to add, like, change these and have them like as the actual icons with color. I think that would look a little bit nicer. And I want to get this text aligned in the center here on larger screens. My portfolio, I still can't decide what I want to put on it. You know, I've got this tip calculator now. I don't really want it all to be front-end meta challenges. That's why I'm doing the gym website, and my uncle's website will go on here eventually. But yeah, I just need to decide what to go on. Now I've got links at the bottom to the kind of socials, GitHub, free code camp if people want to see what I've been doing there, and my YouTube channel. So generally I think that's okay. I've got a nice sticky nav bar at the top, which is good. I don't know if it's, my concern is my portfolio is just a bit plain. I think it gets the point across, but it's just like, it's okay. Got mobile navigation, you know, home, about, contact. So contact page, this is fine. I've used the same form as what I had on my coming soon placeholder page, and it does send a message to myself if it works. I've got this weird brown accent color, so I did a color wheel on this color just to see what the accent was, and it's brown. It's okay. I don't know if it works very well. And again, that needs to be a pointer to show it clicks. One slight issue I have on mobile, which I need to fix, is if it's a smaller screen, the buttons start to overlap with the footer. So mine ever so slightly overlaps on my mobile. Not brilliant. But everything else works. You know, you got the contact, the nav bar. So we can go to about, you know, a bit more. Again, repeat front-end web developer. Some random facts about me: dark chocolate, skier, snowboarder. I love books. And then a little bit on me here, you know, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I enjoy learning new skills. Currently waking up at 5 a.m. I'm struggling with that. YouTube again, and you know, a bit of my background in mathematics, data analytics. I'm very tempted to put SQL on my skills, you know, more for back-end stuff, but SQL is a very powerful language and people might want to use that. I have a media query on this page, so I forgot to say that's me playing the ukulele. Amazing. So it does change slightly, you know, it goes to a 2-column there. I don't know if the image is too small. I might work on that one. And then when it gets to about a laptop screen size, I again narrow the focus of the viewer so they can concentrate a little bit more, and there's some white space going on. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. As you can tell, the links, don't have HTML on them. I'm very happy. My site is also ranking on Google, and I feel like such an idiot. So when I was on Google Search Console, I was trying to search my website. And when I initially set this up, I had it as HTTP. And I changed it a little while ago to HTTPS. And I kept searching for just the one without the S on it. And it was saying, we can't find it on Google, not because of an error. I was like pulling my hair out until I realized, I was like, I am an idiot. So my site's ranking on Google. Happy days. That's everything for week 10. Next week I need to focus on finishing this gym website for my portfolio. Make a few more tweaks to my uncle's website possibly. I think he's quite busy until the week after next, so I can't make too many changes there. And I would like to make some headway with Free Code Camp, the JavaScript section. I haven't been able to do much of that, so definitely want to progress that a lot more. All the links to resources, everything will be down below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. I'll catch you all later.